Hello and welcome to Mecha Games Weekly Report.
Still weekly.
Still weekly. Still going pretty strong. Hope you guys had an amazing week. I know we did. I'm Kevin.
No, you.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Justice.
They didn't have time to practice. It's been a busy week, folks.
5 weeks and we still can't get that right.
That's gonna get closer.
5 more.
Yeah. So, we're filming this or recording this, I should say, because filming is probably old school for some of you people. We're recording this on Monday, March 31st, the last day of March already, and telling you about what's been going on here. So hopefully you guys have had a great time gaming. And we'll hopefully give you some ideas of how to do even better gaming this week, eh?
Yeah.
All right. How's your week been going, guys?
It was a really, really good weekend. We got to celebrate Kevin's birthday, and we had an amazing Saturday of playing some role-playing. After 4 months of being away, we finally got back to it, and nobody died, and everybody leveled up, so yay.
You almost had a TPK.
You guys are level 4 now?
Level 4.
Level 4. Yeah,
that's big.
It's going quite well. Yeah, we had this demon thingy that almost killed us all. So we're
as they do. As they do.
As they do.
My D&D game got canceled.
Oh.
It was very unfortunate.
Are you running it or are you playing?
Well, it's not actually D&D. I say D&D because it's easier. It's we're playing Blades in the Dark actually.
You've been trying a lot of new systems lately because
I'm loving them. I played Kids on Bikes last week.
Kids on Bikes is a fun system.
I've been loving all these different alternate systems, trying them out, trying to
a lot of good stuff out there.
It's just exploring. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's finding those new pieces. My big thing for role playing games right now has been the Marvel D616 system. For what's been going on. That is freaking awesome. So I've been making up the cheat sheet because not only can you play like for a role-playing game, it's really cool that way, playing your favorite Marvel characters.
Yeah.
But you also can do a fantastic tabletop version. It's a very tactical system as well. So I'm very excited about getting people going on what's about that. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then as far as like ending out last week, we had a bunch of fun things that happened, and then the big thing is, as we'll be talking about today, a lot of fun things were revealed at Adepticon.
Yeah, the next slide, actually.
I hope everyone had a great time at Adepticon. Wish you could have been there, but it's just not in the cards right now.
Yeah, right now things are a little too crazy. Maybe, I don't know about next year. Who knows? Well, ask me again in
Drew
9 months.
is still stuck in the U.S.
Oh, God, that poor guy. We sure he didn't get shipped off to Venezuela yet?
He might have, but...
Yeah, that's the thing is it's hard
well,
for Canadians to go over there right now. But anyway, it's actually a travel warning right now, so hopefully everyone's safe in the U.S. We still love
you guys.
the people. Anyway, let's not go down that road. Do we stay on this one or we move to the next thing over here?
You can move to the next one. So a lot of these are just all of the reveals from Adepticon for all of our major pillars here.
Yeah,
nice.
So we can kind of rapid fire them if you'd like.
Yes.
So
there's a lot. There's like 50 slides.
So GW, as always, delivered a crazy big one. I would say this year mostly lived up to the hype. There were some things we were expecting to see, like Heresy 3.0, which we didn't see, but...
It started really strong from what I heard from the beginning of the reveals, and then it kind of tapered off.
Yeah.
There's one part in here I'm really excited
So what we're looking at on the screen right now is, obviously, we have a new season of competitive 40K starting, so there's going to be a new mission deck coming.
Yep.
They've reworked how it works, and it looks extremely exciting. It's actually bringing in a bunch of the game design philosophy from Age of Sigmar Spearhead. Yep. So there's going to be some cool new mechanics where when you draw an objective card, you can either choose to play for the objective or you can burn it for a powerful once per game buff, but then you can't score the points.
Like Spearhead.
Yeah, exactly.
As a competitive player, I like this system a lot.
Yes. Then the other thing we're going to see is, oddly enough, it's almost like I looked into the future. This is a new campaign supplement called Armageddon. We just concluded our 40K narrative campaign last year, and we played Armageddon. And it was all very much about the return of the World Eaters to Armageddon. So that was awesome. That was kind of
they changed the season start and stop then? Because I understand Las Vegas Open is moving, and that normally was the end of the season.
Yeah, we have no idea how that's going to finally play out in the beginning, but a lot of people are saying that was the intention. Why? Because they got tired of basically having it be at the end and then mucking up what rules were legal.
Yeah.
So We'll see. It's kind of wild too that they're going to move a whole convention, which is one of the bigger ones.
Las Vegas Open.
Yeah,
is huge.
that far because that's been like established for like 10 years. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that shakes out.
All right, so tune in, and we'll figure those things out.
Space Wolves were revealed.
This was a huge surprise because we were expecting them to come in the fall.
I thought they were coming in the fall time with.
Yeah.
So Rust may be sooner than later.
Yeah, so this is a new big collector's box coming that is comprised of 100% new models, as well as just like the other collector boxes, they're hitting you with the collector's book and all the data slate cards with it. So it's going to be a very, very popular box this year.
Alex G's new army.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it can rival the Emperor's Children or outdo it. Who knows?
I'm sorry, I'm not too fussed over these
fair.
models.
That's fair.
That fur is horrendous.
Everyone has different aesthetic choices. I very much like the old
beard.
Nordic style guys, but that's because I'm a dwarf player. So they're basically just tall
The
dwarves.
new wolves. I didn't put the new wolf sculpt on this slide. The new wolf sculpt looks much better than the old one.
They're getting better at sculpting like
The,
animals now. Yeah.
The animals are fine. The fur on the wolves even looks wonky as hell. But I like the silhouettes that they make.
Sometimes
like
with
they
those
tuck it up.
mass-produced CAD files, they can be a little bit hit or miss.
Yeah.
They definitely have some newer sculptors on the 40K stuff right now. I feel like all the super passionate ones moving on to AOS.
It's just a bit chunky for me, but that's okay. And again, it's in the eye of the beholder. Some people are going to love this, and they're wrong, but that's okay. Hopefully, you'll have fun with Space Wolves.
New baby carrier.
New baby carrier. So poor Grey Knights players, they're not getting much, but they are getting a cool new upgrade sprue for probably one of the most controversial vehicles in the game. I think it's a huge improvement over what currently exists, but
It's so ugly.
It's
a low bar to
hell.
clear. A low bar.
It's so ugly. Next slide.
I'm sorry, Grey Knight players, but on the bright hand side, now I can finally start stocking Grey Knights again because I don't have to worry about the models going away in 3 months. So it's a safe time to buy if you're interested. In
It's
Grey
a great
Knights.
Austin Powers crossover, so that works out really well.
These are the new Thousand Suns unit that they're getting. Robots were also very kind of controversial. Some people really like them, and some
It's
people
great. Again,
really
a
don't.
collaboration with Stargate. This is fantastic, folks. Yeah, we have all these different IPs finding their way to 40K.
So, and it sounds like
we're
very,
Fortniting
very,
it.
very, very soon we are going to get absolutely drowned in the spring of chaos. So probably sometime between now
You'll see it in a second, a
and
few
March
slides
break, we are going to get all the chaos codexes.
It's all in the next slide, actually.
yeah,
I did.
Again, all right.
Look at that.
I like this model. I like this model.
I like
That's
this
okay.
guy's story. I love the idea of the regular 8-bound are guys that have 8 demons shoved inside of them, and this guy just has a bloodthirster shoved inside of him. So just
One warrior, 8 cups. There you go.
Yep.
Excellent. This
Corn
is
just loves shoving things inside of other things.
I like it.
That's why he's so angry all the time. It's
Like
'cause
I had to
shoved in
do
there.
a bit of a look on this model net because it was one of those things where I wasn't sure what I thought about its right arm until I understood it's a transformation, so it's a metamorphosis happening because the way it's attached there, I wasn't sure if it was meant to be an augmentation or like what a mutation.
Yeah, it's
So
the
it's
demon
definitely
trying
a
to get
mutation.
out. Yeah.
Definitely a mutation trying to get out because that transition there is pretty smooth.
Yeah.
They did a good job
for
on
it.
it.
But it also has that Bane-esque thing going on with all exactly. Well, he doesn't have the face mask, but he has everything going into his muscles like Bane, sort of like being pumped up with something. That's why I wasn't sure if it was a metamorphosis or a mutation.
But I mean, World Eaters
it's kind
are
of mixing the two together.
World Eaters are so hot all the time. So
Yeah.
anytime they can get any new model, it's just awesome. So
Yeah, we'll see what the story is.
I love
Death
Bane.
Guard, of course, is getting good. There's no new model for Death Guard.
No, there is. It's probably
They showed it forever ago.
Oh yeah, he's
yeah.
there. The guy down at the bottom. He got spoiled
yeah.
because unfortunately GW shipped it out to someone's house by accident. So
Yeah, so they had to show it early.
See, and unlike when you do it for Wizard of the Coast, you
Salamanders
don't
are
get
coming.
arrested.
Salamanders are coming soon in the future.
something. Yeah, we're not
Something's
sure.
coming.
More.
That's a salamander.
It is.
That's a salamander.
It is, but so the rumor on the street is there's going to be some kind of either Marine Codex 2.0 or big Marine supplement.
Salamander, Imperial Fists.
And then the top one.
It's Votan.
Yeah, probably. We have a new Kill Team box coming.
And it looks great.
Yes, and there's a new Kill Team box releasing this weekend, which also looks great. So we still have a bunch of those copies left.
Yep.
Please come check them out. But yeah, this is a new NIDS, an old model that has been waiting for a few decades to be resculpted. So we have new Raveners coming, which is going to be a huge success, as well as some new Admech, which Admech also needs some serious love. So
yeah, I would like to see more robot-like things and not servitors. But
yeah, these are definitely Borg-like. Again, now we have the Star Trek IP.
Yep.
But
and then
I like them though.
It's
Honestly,
also,
I do like, especially the middle one. I really enjoy him.
It's also coming with some Tyranid terrain, which is awesome to start seeing some terrain that's not just Imperial buildings.
Imperium, like Gothic buildings. Like, yeah.
It'll be interesting how it's used, that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly. But it's fun. Like I said,
if you're looking to play
models.
Kill Team, come out on Fridays. We're trying to get it going.
Please nice. This I'm excited about.
Yes. So
I know that you guys are huge on this one. I still want to play this edition.
So
at some point.
Finally, we have a announcement of the first General's Handbook, second General's Handbook technically for the newest version of Age of Sigmar. They're kind of doing something different. They're putting it in a box, and it's going to come with reference cards and objective markers, which I think looks really cool. We're also getting 4 new Spearhead boxes, and they showed off finally, we're getting our first Spearhead supplement, which is going to add a new realm to play in, as well as new boards, new terrain, and new objectives to fight over. So
the new objective tokens are neoprene, are they not?
They are. They are neoprene mats. I like that. So it's less argument-y thing going on. Obviously, they've seen how many people have been making money off of the side job of making the mats.
Well, I like
the action.
And Justice can attest to this. I like that they blend in with your table and look like they're supposed to be there, and they don't look like NASCAR logos.
Tactical tortoise.
Sponsored by Maybelline.
And I'm looking forward to this because it looks like they're sorry. Because one thing, I've been a bit salty with the 40K and Age of Sigmar because you buy one of their products like a book or the cars and they're outdated before you even open the pack. Yeah. Now with them using the General Handbook to be able to put out some of the other cards that have been redone, I'm feeling a little better about that. So that majority of cards are still the same, but the ones that do change, you have a way of keeping your decks. I'm a completionist. I need to have them all.
They are actually going to be using it for the first time ever, and I suspect we'll see this in 40K.
I hope so.
They're going to be using the General's Handbook to rewrite War Scrolls that need updated, as opposed to just changing points around. So every army is going to get a little bit of love, which is nice.
Just come up to the modern age and then actually start putting out digital things that are like a living rule system.
I have a controversial take, and that's kind of in that same vein. They shouldn't do codexes at all. They shouldn't even bother printing them.
No, I disagree.
They should do like art books instead for
art
every
books,
edition.
Art books, fluff, and that sort of thing. Really concentrate on the aesthetic and the story. Those books, with the rules still in the back of it, that's fine. But concentrate on the front parts. That's why the people that want to buy it because they're into the world.
Yeah.
But the rules itself should never be reliant on a hard physical copy.
The rules should be. Well, the rules should arguably be free.
I would. They should be. I would even be less inclined to be bothered by it if GW didn't sell out of the rule books like instantaneously. Then you can't.
How many times have we been able to restock a core rule book?
Yeah. The launch of 10th. Oh my God! People being like, "Well, I got Space Marines, but I can't play with them."
Well, it brings up this expectation. It's like this frenzy. You have to buy it the first weekend, or you'll never see it again. It's like some Liam Neeson
as a story,
movie.
we should
not
like,
without my codex.
We should be for
ridiculous.
the fun.
Well, 100%. But like, this is like we're players as well, so we care.
Yeah.
And then that's coming out. Hey, look at now we got some Soulblight Gravelords.
Sure do. GW
soon.
just announced them yesterday. So if you're looking to get into Soulblight Gravelords or you're an already existing player, my God, that new box is beautiful. I will not be getting this one like I did with the last Goblin box.
Can I get my dragon yet or no?
Not yet. That's probably coming in a couple weeks to a month's time. But Soulblight, that box just went up for pre-order. Let us know if you want one so we can guarantee that you get one. And otherwise, we'll do our best. But yeah, that box looks amazing.
The link's already up on the store for it?
The link is not up on the store for it yet.
It's going to go up today.
It'll go up
for pre-orders?
Saturday.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. This Saturday.
For pre-orders.
For
That's
pre-orders.
correct.
Yeah, okay.
If you're interested in a box, though, message us. And
Yeah,
we can
we
put you on our
make sure.
list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll put
we
you
want
on
to
the
make sure we
list.
don't ruin the date of release date, but we also want to make sure we're cognizant.
What do you think's on the horizon there?
I know what that is. That is, GW is not very creative. They just take a piece of the cover art of the last Battle Tome.
Oh,
and that is my phone going off. And that is the Wing of Flesh Eater Quartz creature. So that's going to be Flesh Eater Quartz.
A new zombie dragon?
That's just the artwork of the current cover,
isn't it? Yeah.
All right.
And this,
I'm excited.
this was the big one.
I'm not even playing Old World.
This
right
is
now.
the big one. I think all of us
I have no desire to play Old World.
All of us got.
These look incredible. These look so good.
Yeah. So Cathay, they're coming.
Well, exactly. I'm excited about this. My other project that, so I do a lot, and I really find it very interesting, the culture and the pushing everything through. The dragon's even growing, even though it's not traditional Chinese dragon. It's pretty close, but the sorceress that goes with it is freaking gorgeous.
The balloon isn't on that that slide.
Well, we showed the balloon last week, didn't we?
No, we had no idea.
I should have put a balloon on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking to
gosh.
put an actual lantern into the spot. I'm gonna try to do a conversion so we can have the bottom of the land, because you know the model I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's one of the tallest models ever made by GW.
I'm gonna try to put it onto an actual Chinese styled lantern.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's like a light. I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, you definitely could definitely do that for that one. Yeah, because we're talking to a lot of people, because people are just having a conversation on Saturday about what they could use it for. Because not everyone's playing Old World, but how they could use this as a conversion for cities, and that could be used as a funky steam tank, I think.
Oh my goodness, there's so much opportunity there, and the models. It's the first new line for traditional Warhammer Fantasy we've seen in 25 years, so they knocked it out of the park. As someone who played a lot of fantasy when I was a kid, and I'm very much enjoying this new edition, this is just cool to see, because this is something that was always talked about in the fluff. And
it was in War Master.
It only existed in our imagination.
War Master had models.
Yeah.
But not very many. Like that, and what was the other one? Arabia is the other two, right? Those are the two factions that were in the lore, but not really explored or anything like that.
And then it's Brad's baby, I'm pretty sure, next. Nope, I skipped it. Wood Elves was supposed to be next.
Yeah, so we have Wood Elves and Beastmen coming. I'm excited to dust off my Wood Elves. I'm a little disappointed that there's not anything really new to dig into.
That's for Old World still.
For Old World, but it'll still be fun. And for Beastmen players, this is your new home, so so hopefully all you Beastmen players will be able to get some awesome games.
It's like something to happen, like Humane Society adoption.
Yeah.
All right, the beasts are finally...
You live here now.
Yeah, after 2 years in the shelter, you finally get a forever home. It's lovely. Atomic Mask, oh my god. The amount that they put out, it's
so I think we'll do just probably a speed run for the next 28
but go
slides.
to their site,
the next I'm gonna put a link in the description for it. I have put everything that they revealed at Adepticon in this slideshow right now, so there's 50 more slides of this, so you can just rapid fire them.
So we'll just do a 50,000.
You guys talk and I will do 1, 2,
So Atomic
3,
Mask Game literally drowned
Yeah.
us in previews. So Shatterpoint.
This is sick.
Yeah.
These store league kits, so you can build up points. I'm assuming to be able to actually to promote ongoing play for foil cards, and these look incredible.
So
it's unique.
From the ground up for all of their different brands, Atomic Mask Games is radically kind of redoing and re-promoting all the different organized play options that they're offering.
Yeah.
They look phenomenal. They showed off so many new Shatterpoint kits. We'd be here all day talking about them.
They showed
all
off
look
up
amazing.
until 2026.
They all look amazing. We have new terrain, new faction packs coming.
Yeah.
New scenarios.
When I was putting the slideshow together, this was my first exposure to looking at these, and I was excited. I love these the aquatic droids.
Oh
I have a very big soft spot for droids. Droids are my favorite
It'll
thing
go
ever.
well with that the Camino table you want to build.
I do want to build a Camino table so badly.
That one looks cool.
I didn't know this guy is from Ahsoka. This looks sweet.
Yeah, Balin. Oh, R.I.P. Ray Stevenson.
Yeah.
I don't know who this girl is.
That is the bad guy from one of the bad guys from Ahsoka as well.
Because this model looks dope.
And
she's got a katana.
And zombie stormtroopers.
Oh, that's what those are.
Yeah, they're literally zombies.
That's my
so
goodness.
cool.
All right. That was, it looks really, really good. Hopefully we'll see more of it on the table. I'll have to build some more table terrain for them.
We have enough terrain to probably and conservatively make 8 tables of Shatterpoint.
We have a lot of Shatterpoint terrain.
Well, maybe
I still
we'll
want to make
try.
a Camino board.
Yeah.
Because we have the files they're from C27. We have the Camino board.
What's a Camino board?
Camino is
the water planet.
The water planet where the clones are made. And then like
Oh,
Obi-Wan's
okay.
like,
Yeah.
I made contact with the Prime Minister of Camino. He's like in his shawl.
Also,
in the
for
rain.
any of us nerds that probably played a lot of Star Wars Battlefront, it was like the coolest level.
It's the best map.
Yeah.
By like a
It
lot.
was.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll definitely work on it. Love our terrain here at Mecha Games, so you always have somewhere fun to play. Marvel Crisis Protocol. Oh,
This
my
is the game I
gosh.
think Kevin and I are so passionate about and so hoping to see it really just launch into the stratosphere this year. They are finally like getting into such a good, healthy rhythm with their repacks, with their seasonal play, with their new kits coming.
And diversity too. It's not who you expect to come out as a model next, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty. And I'm a huge Marvel fan, so that's
So
great.
if you're around, we play Marvel also on Friday nights, and there's been a ton of huge influx of interest into it. Please come play with us, and hopefully we'll be doing some events soon too.
There's a little bit of controversy around the idea of them repackaging everything, but you have to remember now how many models are there, Brad?
There's 290
Currently.
or something like that. Like,
So these are necessary for stores to be able to keep on stocking. I know you might only need one model out of there, and some
but
people
for
have been
those new
salty.
players,
For the new players, and for stores to be able to stock it, we can't keep it as singles. They'll start off as singles, but then they'll go to these packs after a year or whatever. So
Nebula and Gamora are finally available again.
I'm
100%.
sure. Yeah, Daredevil also is in that category.
Punisher was in that.
But we haven't seen a Punisher Rebox yet. So
Or Deadpool.
Or Deadpool. Yeah, poor
Deadpool and Taco Bob. I'm not sure if they're going
Hydra
to get
Bomb,
repacked yet.
They're nice. And it's nice because they're doing these 4-packs, which are okay. So what do these normally go? Like we're in Canada, remember, eh? But what's our price?
So
on
the
average,
big
on
value
average?
packs are generally anywhere from $80 to $100.
Okay.
Depending on the
Now,
characters.
where do you think these are going to land? These are big boys. These are complete sets.
120.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna say probably like 150, 160.
So
if I
10
was
models
to
with
bet.
IP?
Incredible value.
That's
pack.
not bad at
incredible.
all. And that gives you everything you need for that faction because
it's 10
normally
models?
it's 10 models. So it's sideboards. It's
Same-
your full model.
It's the same amount
for
as
tournaments.
same amount as a core box.
You think? Yeah, it
So
could
the,
be. It
so the
could
core
be.
box is 200. I'm gonna guess because it doesn't with the all peripherals. I
And
think
the terrain.
I think 150 is a very
Yeah,
safe bet.
yeah, probably
I think
somewhere.
so.
Well, the other thing too is if you were thinking of ever playing one of those affiliations, but you were intimidated by the idea of picking up like 10 models for that affiliation, now it's just being a one-click buy, so much more approachable.
Yeah.
Now, the one that confused me, and like I'm just getting right back into it. Like we haven't played a lot consistently for a while. The X-Men starter said that with Mystique, Sabretooth, and Magneto in it.
So I'm guessing that one's going to be a dual purpose. They're calling it X-Men, but it's also going to double as your Brotherhood pack. They won't be doing a Brotherhood pack most.
So are all those compatible on the same team?
Yeah. No, I think the only two that aren't is Mystique and Magneto, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they've updated the affiliation.
Maybe they will.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay.
I mean,
like a Genosha sort of thing where all the mutants are together.
they've all been on the X-Men at some point or another.
Because if you look at the like the Spider Foes and that, they all are Spider Foes. That's the only one. The X-Men thing just threw me because I didn't realize Mystique and Sabretooth had X-Men as an affiliation. That was the only thing that was a little wonky to me. For it. And then
This looks incredible.
Yeah, she looks so good. So it's a new Phoenix character pack coming. She's really cool in that she starts off as like little Phoenix, and then if you make her angry enough, she turns into big angry Phoenix. And lights.
Is that like her flip side?
Yeah. So it's
a separate card.
It's
too.
either a flip side or dual. I'm not entirely sure at this point, but yeah, it looks phenomenal. And then she also puts out these awesome flame constructs where she can attack through.
A surprise at the point cost though. 6.
Yeah, I wanted higher. I wanted them to go full.
But maybe when
ridiculous.
her big boy,
Eight threat,
if
nine
it's a
Eight
dual
threat, nine
card
threat,
thing,
yeah.
maybe there's a bigger more themed card for it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean,
This is a cool pack. I'm not super familiar with a lot of the characters in here other than Avalanche, but the models look incredible.
yeah, well, that's Lady Mastermind,
Yep.
and that's Exodus,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
These are beyond my knowledge of Marvel by like a lot.
So these were what group are they called? But I know they used to hang out with Gambit, right? In his like Thieves Guild or whatever the heck it was called.
I think these are all about the was it Asteroid M time? I think that's when we got introduced to Exodus and that sort of thing.
Nice.
For that, and then Lady Mastermind, of course, is another one that causes illusions, that sort of thing. And everyone knows Avalanche, which is good now. Now we have all the original Brotherhood now because
Nice, yep.
you have Blob, Avalanche, Pyro, Mystique, Toad, and that gives. I think technically the only one you're kind of missing is like Unus the Untouchable. for that.
Nice.
But
I'm sure they'll get there eventually.
We're getting deep dives, so this
Yeah.
is not too shabby at all.
These look incredible.
Yes, new, tons of new.
Prowler, Miles Morales.
No, that's Spider-Man 2099, and
What's the one on the right?
No, it's Miles. It's
is that Miles?
Yeah, it's a new
Yeah,
Miles.
it's electrical. Yes, it's Miles.
He's doing his Venom punch thing. But yeah, we have tons of Spider-Verse characters coming.
Yeah, this is what's that? Silk,
Silk
Spider
is so
Ham, and
cool.
Noir.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of me that really does want to modify Noir and put a Nicolas Cage head on it instead, but we'll see.
No. And then, of course, you have Echo, Ronin, and Tigra. Another 3-pack coming out. Blue Marvel and Photon, the old.
Well, they're
Captain
calling her
Marvel.
Spectrum now, I guess, but she has like 1,000 different names, I believe, in the
Shura,
comics. So,
Captain
yeah.
Marvel, Marvel Annual number 10, first edition, first volume, I should say. Yeah, and then exactly now she's going for Spectrum. So very cool, light powered model,
Yeah, they look great.
very neat. And then
That's the release schedule. That's
Yes.
tight. That's a tight release schedule.
I don't know if you have it on the slide, but they also did show off the 3D renders for all of the other models not on there, and they look amazing.
I did not
Moon
put it,
Dragon.
I didn't put it
I'm
on.
very excited
Very-
for the Sentinel pack. So we're getting it's Bastion, Nimrod, and Omega Sentinel.
yeah.
Sentinels need some serious love, so I'm so excited for that pack.
Yeah, and the other thing, again, they did, and Brian had this conversation earlier, Justice, was about the Warriors 3. They're doing the thing that they did with the Wrecking Crew, where you have all the models on one base for that.
Yeah.
So I like my models separate, so I'm going to make versions of them separate. But Brad brought up a good point that this makes sure you take all of them as civil and just picking one, so you'll make sure they all get to the table. So he did make a good point, though. I still like them when they're individual.
Yeah.
For that, but yeah, it's all over the place. So you have a lot of people coming in there to really.
The game is so fun.
more
If you
fun.
haven't tried it, reach
Yeah.
out to the shop and ask
Multiple
for a demo.
man.
Ask for a demo because we're
we're starting to
would love
see
to give you a
now
demo.
also New Mutants come through and
Yeah.
more people for X-Force and everything
Jubilee.
like that. Jubilee, Havoc. So yeah, it's nice. They're really starting to put in some really fun characters.
some new affiliations too.
Yeah, for sure. Now
And
we
then-
get to Legion.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
This is crazy.
This blew my mind.
I thought it was dead.
Brad and I were convinced it was. We had bets actually.
Yeah.
We did have bets that this game was going to be dead. I think by this coming summer.
I know a lot of other stores have liquidated it. We kind of had written it off, and then
Yeah, we and this is huge. This looks like a full relaunch, like a third
classic
edition.
like
It is a full relaunch.
hand busting out of the grave.
Yeah.
Like,
Undertake your eyes.
yeah. So Atomic
Oh,
Mass, they all of a sudden just decided, oh hey, do you like Star Wars Legion? Well, we're redoing the game from the ground up.
Yeah.
And we're re-releasing everything, and it's all coming in the next year and a half.
And it's Atomic Mass Games, which means it's on one card.
Yeah.
It's not Fantasy Flight.
There's not a ton of tokens. I think everything is standard card sleeves too. So don't quote me.
Exactly, that was the thing because it was always about the idea of like board control. It's not. I'm not talking about tactics. I'm talking about the idea of you had so many counters, so many big
Tokens.
cards, little cards, medium-sized cards all over the place.
Fantasy
Spinning
Flight's-
wheels.
Fantasy Flight's awful, like tiny cards that are like 3 millimeters by 2 millimeter.
Yeah, they don't manage the table space very well. This looks like it's going to be a lot more clean, elegant sort of approach to it.
Well, it
the
also-
cards look gorgeous.
It adds so much to setup and breakdown time for play.
It'll be easy to actually like make because I know you're learning CAD, I'm learning some myself as well to be able to make peripherals for this
Yeah,
stuff. Like
yeah.
that's cool.
No,
hold your units, unit holders and stuff like that. Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be phenomenal.
Packs. Woo! I love cards.
Organized play. What a novel idea. Yes, they've learned so much, and they're implementing it here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a company that's really growing, Atomic Game, especially with the challenge that we're having in the world with supply chain.
Yeah.
This is a very, very aggressive schedule. So I hope they can, if they can get 2/3 of this, I'll still be a happy boy. But I hope they can maintain this thing. It looks fantastic.
And then there's going to be showing
Yeah,
a bunch
just
of the
rapid fire.
These
'cause
are all
there's-
these are-
resculpts.
resculpts of old models that frankly weren't the nicest looking. These look incredible though.
Oh, yeah.
The new art looks incredible. I can tell you they hired a new art direction team.
And it's consistent now.
Yeah. Which is something that I personally really like
Yeah.
as like an art major myself.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Well, it's more dynamic now. It's not. There's movement.
You know what?
in
Also,
all,
I think
all
it
the
matches
planes.
up a lot better now too. Is with the TCG. Like it's
Yeah.
they work a lot better on side. That pack is the coolest pack. So one of the things they're introducing now is custom character packs. You make your own hero and you control what abilities they get. So that's
Now, my question for the new ones here is: are they doing the same scale for Legion and Shatterpoint?
it is the same scale. It is the same.
Because
Scale.
that's something that really pissed me off.
No. I mean, it's the same scale as traditional Legion. It is not.
They are
Shatterpoint
not.
scale.
They're not keeping the scales
They're
together.
not.
It is still 22
Whatever,
mil.
whatever,
It's
some-
small.
As
Smaller
someone
than
who
Warhammer.
repurposes models for other games or for role-playing games like that, why?
It would have been consistent that they could have used all the terrain back and forth too. But
Exactly. Like, it's
They
significant
should have
difference
done
in
the
size.
They should have done the Shatterpoint scale. I love 40 mil.
I think the problem is just the
Yeah,
kickback
there's-
from all the existing players. But I mean,
Rebase your model.
they're dead
Just do it the orc style.
existing players. What are those?
What are those?
I still have all. that.
it's
So-
a lot of stuff.
Bunch of new cards, new card types as well for the units.
So you can use your old model still. And
100%. That's why. So that's the answer right there. Is that we have the new card packs coming, so that you can use all of your old stuff by just buying and upgrading
Exactly.
other cards. So
Yeah.
I do appreciate that.
Oh, for sure. And it looks like they're keeping it separate too, so you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff you're not necessarily going to use.
100%.
Yes.
Which is nice.
New starter sets from a bunch of
All of the core
all eras.
factions are getting from the ground up reworks, all new models.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's a beautiful little group here.
Yeah.
And it comes not only that, but it does come with all your peripherals too, your dice, your measuring
It comes with
tapes, everything.
comes with everything, which is good because you can always use more.
And they're all one pack, right? There's no
Yep.
2-pack things here at all.
Not as of yet.
No dual packs shown yet. But these look really good.
And
The
if
new
they're-
Vader
I
sculpt looks
prefer it
great.
this way.
If they're
actually.
anything like their last army box sets too, they were extremely competitively priced. So I'm looking forward to seeing the pricing.
Oh
on these,
yeah.
the Grievous
I
stuff.
hope I'm very excited to try to build these new droids because these sucked to build.
They did.
Did you build any? Kev?
Yes, I did. And I hate building to start with. These were just.
It's a nightmare. It's
Throw against the wall.
it's 2 legs,
Yeah.
a bottom piece, a chest piece, a head, and the backpack and the top of their head. Each droid was 7 pieces.
And
oh no, I forgot
if it was
arms.
about the idea
8
of-
pieces.
For versatility, okay, that's fine. There's a lot of people like that. They weren't that versatile anyway, though. It
They're-
was
they're-
just
they're
a pain
fitted.
in the butt.
They're
It fitted.
fitted.
It made no freaking sense why it was so many pieces.
The droidicas
we'll
were
see.
an absolute nightmare.
Oh.
I have built so many droids.
And Atomic Mass Games has come so far in their design of actual sprues and
Yeah.
stuff too. So it's just going to be
Arc
night and day.
troopers.
They
Woo!
look pretty good.
They look great. And then
And then, yeah, Heroes of the
classic
Rebellion.
heroes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Han Solo had a facelift, though.
Well, 1 or 2.
These aren't the best sculpts in the world, to be honest.
I like the Luke, but I'm a sucker for Luke.
they're
so-
working with a pretty rough scale here.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, but everyone looks like it's like Botoxed Heroes of the Rebellion. I'm not very fun. Yeah, it's not fun. Or it is fun. Depends what you think. No, nothing against people with Botox. We love you too. Come Mecha Games.
And then these are new sculpts. These are brand new boxes.
I like those.
Yeah.
They're fun.
And there's a few of these.
They look really
That's
clean.
more dynamic.
New Arc Troopers. Thank God. These look.
That looks
sweet.
amazing.
Well, this is cool. This is more cool.
Yeah,
Just now
units
we
of bike riders.
Yeah, you get some fun ones there, so you can have his bodyguard. That's
Somebody's going to pick this box up and take those guys off and put Skaven on them for sure.
For Doom Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Doom Wheels can be bigger.
yeah,
Pew pew.
these aren't horrible.
Viper droids.
It only took us a decade to get the probe droids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start off the second movie, but who cares? Yeah, the faces are just. I'm not sure what's going on.
They're very small models, like compared to a lot of
They-
the other
they're-
scales.
they're-
So
they're
it's more
22
challenging.
mil. They're
It
small.
just seems like it's just it's softer.
It almost reminds me of the old problem like original Warhammer figs had, where like the heads and hands are all never going to be quite right. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that was heroic scale though. They made them bigger for that reason. These ones aren't heroic scale at all.
No.
It's just very interesting. Anakin's not horrible on this one.
Yeah. New objective token sets, 3D objective tokens. They're using just little markers.
Yeah, cool.
Weequay Pirate Gangs are back
Yay,
for the first time.
I've always loved Weequay.
They're really cool. They have a tank in the next slide, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That just makes you want to build a Sarlacc board. Like,
Oh, you do. We will.
And then that's
pretty aggressive.
That is an aggressive release schedule.
that's not everything. That's just the new stuff. Then I think
next slide.
the next slide is there's the reboxes. So over the next year, getting like conservatively 50, 60 boxes reboxed.
That's an aggressive release schedule.
Yeah.
So the question on everyone's thought here then is Mecha Games all in about making this one of our games?
We're gonna see over the next little bit. We're gonna start seeing if we can generate some hype for it. I will most certainly be bringing in a lot of the core new boxes and maybe some of the new items, and we'll see what the response is from you guys. So if you're excited,
it's from the community,
if you're excited about Legion, let us know. Let's get it going.
All right,
I've got my army still.
Where are the starter sets?
I think they're on the other slide.
Go one previous slide.
When are they?
They are in Q3, I believe.
Q3. So what's leading off then Q2, which we've already started, technically.
Q2 is the beginning of the new models.
April, May, June. Beginning of the new models, but is there a rules online?
The rules are all available for free for the
for
current
this, right?
edition. They did a soft launch I don't know, 8 months or a year ago, something like that. And
Yeah.
everyone was kind of waiting with bated breath because we knew there was new stuff coming, but then they just
Went silent. They went silent.
Radio silent.
So technically, the jump-on point will be Q3 then for new players, because Q2 is basically going to be the start of reinvigorating the existing players.
They're kind of sprinkling the boxes. So I think in the bottom left, the Outer Rim Outlaws was one of the boxes. Mm-hmm. The Galactic Civil War starter sets are there, and then in Q1 of 2026, you can see the Heroes of the 501st as a box.
I think the other thing too is
they're sprinkling them throughout. Bless you.
Pardon me.
That's going to be interesting to onboard people.
I think Adepticon is end of season for their competitive play as well too. So probably in the next month or two, we'll see the new competitive play packs come out and figure it out from there. But yeah, man, Adepticon, wild. So if you were there, I'm jealous because it looked like it was amazing.
It looked fun.
All the different events and tournaments looked like they were triumphant successes. So
so that's the end of Adepticon. We got some brief ones here talking about the releases here at Mecha this week. Soulblight Gravelords, we talked about it briefly. That releases
reach out to us
on pre-order for Saturday. So if you would like a box though, please message us. Otherwise, we can't promise you anything.
Yep.
So
that's how that works.
Yep.
That's how it works.
And then we go to the next
These are
one.
some nice sculpts though.
They look great. Amazing. Tarkir Dragonstorm is this Friday.
It is this weekend.
It's this Friday.
But our pre-release is Friday night. We will sell out. I think we've already sold through a ton of our tickets.
Yeah. I have just over 20 left, and that's starting from my 50 that I put up last week, guys. So get them in. Please do not show up the day of expecting a ticket. Just sometimes. Most of the time. Every time.
Yeah.
So far, we've sold out.
So
we had a waiting list last time of 9 people. I feel awful having 3 people away, but I also put these tickets up in advance so that you guys can.
And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a ton of fun. We do our pre-releases very casual. It's the best way to explore and enjoy the set. So
it comes out 3 rounds, no matter what. Come have some fun. We don't have to be no more midnight releases. No more me having to stay here till 3 a.m. and then clean up for another hour and a half.
Yeah. You get 2 additional packs just for playing.
Yeah. So
we'll probably have tons of giveaways that day.
And it's very first player friendly. If you know the basics of Magic, that's great. The crowd here is super nice and very accommodating to new players, to the tournament style scene. So if you're just a casual one that did some arena, don't feel intimidated. No. It's a great group. We're really lucky the people that come to Mecha. So
playing with cards is the best way. That's what I do in that's my main hobby is the cards.
And it's dragons.
And dragons are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just to reiterate what you talked about last week is there's 5 different types of pre-release.
So there's 5 clan packs.
5 clan packs.
So from my understanding, if they do anything like they had, I don't know what's inside the box yet, guys.
Right.
I don't know what's in the box.
We'll know.
But I do
tomorrow.
We'll figure it out tomorrow. From my understanding, like they did for Streets of New Capenna, there's a pack inside of each of the themed decks based on all the different clans. So Mardu, all along the whole spear there.
Akin to how the commander decks are, right?
Commander exactly. So
Okay.
those are the 5 tribes.
Yeah.
There's a pack inside of each of them, from my
Yep.
understanding, that's slated towards that clan directly. Obviously, we are not going to have enough boxes to make sure that everybody gets what they want.
No.
Unfortunately, I wish I could, but we just simply
They don't design the product.
They don't
that way.
design. It's mathematically not possible.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is on the events registration. I'm hoping to start at 6:30. I'm hoping to get about 10 to 15 minutes of time for you guys to get your trades done. So if you want, say Kevin here wants to have the Soul Tie box, and I really, really want the Mardu box.
Soul Tide one is the black, green, white.
Black, green, blue is Soul Tie.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, say you have a box that I want and I have a box that you want. We'll do a little swap.
Do a trade.
Do a trade.
Allowable in the pre-release things. Long we're not opening them yet.
Yeah, do not open your boxes yet. So we're going to try to ask for people to do some trading stuff because we want to try to make sure everybody gets a chance to get
100%.
what clan they want. Because everybody's got a preference. Mine,
right.
Mine's Abzan. I know that for a fact. I love green. So,
I mean, there are some people who probably don't care too, like myself. I don't really care. I just
Yeah.
I'm here for a good time.
and if you don't care,
Yeah.
well, maybe we'll put a spot up, and then you can come sit in like the one section that's like, hey, you don't care about your box, come sit over here, and people can try to swap with you that way. We'll try to organize something
try
to
to
make
organize it.
try to make
Exactly.
it as nice as possible.
We will do the Tinder of Magic, folks. It will be great.
Swipe right. Hey, look, that's a photograph I took a second ago.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yep, we've expanded out the hobby space. So Brad, you and Justice did a lot of research and figured out people want this. And Brad's been playing with them. So talk to us about the Speed Paint 2.0.
So, yeah, we decided after looking at what would be best served to our community members, we went with the new Speed Paint 2.0 rack, which I had a little bit of experience with, and now I've been playing with it for the last couple
Yeah,
of
you had
days.
you had experience with the 1.0.
Yeah, so
I have the set
loving
1.0.
loving the stuff. It is phenomenal. It is similar in vein to Contrast, but honestly, I think I like it more already.
Also cheaper.
It is also cheaper,
and in a dropper bottle.
and it is the exact dropper bottle with a bearing in it already, and
Which
it-
is a I'm gonna make a point about that. That's huge, but also be very, very careful. Do not turn your bottle upside down directly and then try to squeeze. The ball will get stuck in the nose, and it will pop up like a bunch of paint on your desk.
Yeah, have to be very careful.
Just make sure you turn it down slowly. Don't just hold them down straight.
But so we also decided to bring in the other half of the rack, which is going to be the entire brush and sprays line from Army Painter as well.
Dips.
And dip.
And
Don't
dip.
forget the
And
dip.
For those of you who like to dip your models, we're not judging.
Judging a lot.
So, and the sprays is awesome too, because that gives us a really good alternative to GW that's easier to restock. So we'll actually have that color that you need when you need it.
And these are the easy grip brushes as well that
Yeah,
Arcade does. So
they're
these
great.
are like a triangle sort of thing.
Some of them.
Some of them. We have
Some of
both
them.
sets. They have.
Yeah.
We have the
I
full
like
range.
them. I like
there's
that.
Like 12
It's more
different
ergonomic.
ones.
It's way more ergonomic.
Yeah, like for fatigue and that sort of thing. But one thing is really interesting about the speed paint, because I have like a complete set of that, but 2.0 also had speed paint. Like I use my speed paint just for shading. I'm not a speed paint only sort of guy. But you've been playing around, Brad, with the metallics.
Yeah, they got
already?
metallics. I've
Speed paint
just tried it, but
metallics.
Justice has used it a lot. Blows my
okay.
blows my mind.
What's your experience, Justice, on the metallics?
So the metallics are incredible, and they pool like normal paint, but they get flaky. So like when you apply it, it looks like paint. It doesn't look metallic at all. When it dries, the flakes come to the surface. So it raises with the surface tension as the paint dries.
So
super cool.
are the recesses more shiny then?
The recesses are less shiny because there's more because everything pushes up, right? Because they want the flakes are trying to escape like the vacuum, right? So if they're in a crevice, they naturally get pushed
So
up.
it almost forms like an enameled layer over it.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
And
I'm really curious about
I can't wait.
that.
I'm going to be trying them out more tonight.
I'm not sure how many people are in our community airbrush, because it's not just raw metal flakes inside. It actually shoots through an airbrush better as well.
Yes.
Because
metallic through the airbrush?
metallics through the airbrush. Normally, when you do metallics through an airbrush, it gums up your needle really badly.
Huge.
They shoot perfect.
Well, you can't dilute metallics very easily. So.
No, because they get flakes in them.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I was reading too on the packaging. Apparently, in their the solution that they use to spread stuff out, and in their medium, there's some variation of a resin in there. So yeah, it's kind of wild.
It's very, very cool, and these shoot better than contrast through an airbrush, like by like a lot. Because you're way more pigmented. You're way more like it's less fluid. Runny?
Yeah. No, runny is a good.
Runny.
It's less like an ink and more just a very consistent.
How's the break on the? Because that was one thing that I liked even from 1.0. The break on the paint itself was a lot less than contrast. Where contrast, you had to agitate that a lot because it broke into two parts so easily.
It does separate. It does separate pretty heavily. That's why they have the ball bearing in there. To help. It's like with resin and 3D printing.
Right.
Eventually, your bonder will separate from
100%.
your main chemical. So just make sure you shake them. They need shaking a bit more than a normal paint, just because of how like they're not as fluid as the contrast.
But I like the coverage
because of that,
is
they do
incredible.
separate.
So I'm very excited to keep experimenting with them more, use them more. I mean, I use all of the lines that we carry here.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is like just experimenting with how all the different lines interact with each other as well. So it's fun.
Yeah, that's one thing too. Like once you start figuring what your style is with your hobby, is don't feel I only can be this line. You don't have to be exclusive to any paint line. There's very positive. Like it sounds like we're trashing everything, but we want some of their technical paints. I absolutely love. I put them in dropper bottles, but I absolutely love like no oil, things like that. It's very easy for quick shades.
GW shades, their technicals, and their contrast is so great. So
even their normal paints are fine, minus Corex white.
I prefer.
That paint should be discontinued.
I prefer AK line for like solids. I like the pigment better in that, and dropper bottle. I just prefer it much more, our AK line, but there's a lot of people that love those things. There's certain iconic colors that GW makes in. If you want the iconic color on your model, you get it from GW.
Yeah, some people are just worried about even like paint matching their old army.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong answer. It's art.
It's a process.
Choose what you like in that. We'll keep on expanding things out.
Try
that variety.
Give them a shot.
Give it a try.
It's a $6 to buy a paint pot.
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or come out and we always have a couple on the hobby table. We do hobby nights on Thursdays.
Yep.
Come on, try. The first taste is free. So just give that a go. And I'll wear my fur coat and my big hat and cane, and we'll get you to try some. All right, we'll enjoy that.
We're getting Pimp Kevin. Nice.
Pimp Kevin's coming now. There we go. But yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Our 20-minute episode, which is an hour.
No worries. No, but there's a lot going on. We'll see what's happening. That Adepticon was a big thing, so again, enjoy it. If you have never been to a convention before, try, even if it's one of your local conventions, try getting out of your comfort zone and trying convention place. You don't have to do a tournament. Maybe just go down and see what's going on, but try a tournament. Give it a go. See if you like that thing. You can make a lot of good friends. There's a lot of great people in the community, in the different communities around there. So give it a go. You never know who you're going to find. It's going to be the people that you'll be playing games for the next 20-odd years.
Yeah. I met you guys.
That's how Kevin and I met basically as well, too. It's just like playing games and eventually traveling to all the different shows.
Do you remember the first game we played together, Brad?
I'm going to be honest, I don't. It's been a bajillion, quintillion years.
It's been a lot.
I don't remember.
It was Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, it was a board. I was gonna say it was probably a board game. It was probably
Battlestar Galactica. It was the first game that I introduced, because you already were playing with the people that were around the table at the time. I was a new guy.
One day, I hope to find that game again. I'm always keeping my eye out for it.
That caused a lot of arguments, though.
That's what that game does.
That game is all about. Oh my god! It has a trader function.
Yes.
As those of you don't know, so you're all playing that. You're all on the ship together. If you don't know the Battlestar Galactica lore, you're all on the ship together, trying to get your way through and jump and get to the final end. But there's someone in your midst that's
one or two players are trying to sabotage, and you
try to sabotage.
Oh, social deduction game.
Yeah.
Those are sweet.
Yeah,
you guys have always loved that.
I love the psychology.
One day we'll play Werewolf here.
We love Werewolf.
We'll have more on this next week, but there will be another Mecha Minicon coming soon, and this year we're
do an after hour.
going to make sure we get
Werewolf
one.
is happening.
Yeah.
Werewolf will be happening. All right, folks. I think we've kept you long enough. Thank you for watching us wherever and whenever you guys are. This has been our weekly report from Mecha Games. So have a great week gaming, folks. Put some comments down below. Tell us what you're interested in, what games are keeping you happy, and check out our online store. If you can't find it locally at your friendly local gaming store, we're happy to help here, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Bye now.
Later.